Nah, but I like the way that it's called a fish fillet burger. Fillet burger. Because I feel like fish fillet is spelled with one L, right? In most of the places that I know. Hi there. Hello, hello. Welcome in, everybody. Hi.
Raise the lily bell high into the sky, so she can gain the power to fly by Father Sky. Praise the lily bell, Munchkin.
Thank you. Praise me. Praise me. I love praise. Crow, thank you so much for taking your folks on tour. Hi, hun. Hello, tourist. My name's Oliva. I love to travel, but I suck at geography. Thank you. Thank you. How was your stream? Am I right that I saw it was Persona? Persona. How was that? Hi, Mom. Great to see you. Hello, hello. Daniel Zerm 15 and Shark Attack is now boarding. Welcome to Level Air. Hope you have a safe and enjoyable flight. You know what? I haven't done the thing in a bit. I wonder if I can. It's been a while since I've done the thing, but I'll do it for you guys.
Hello? Does this work? You hear me? Daniel's Room 15 and Shark Attack are now boarding. Welcome to Label Air. Hope you have a safe and enjoyable flight.
It's been a while. It worked. Yeah, it's been just a bit. I've been busy, you know. It's been a lot. Anyways, hi everybody. Yes, hello. It's amazing. Been really enjoying Persona 3, but especially have fun with it today. That's awesome. Is Persona 3 the one where they point the gun at themselves to start Persona? Is that what it is? To start their stand? That's the one? That's the only thing I know about Persona. It's so funny. Because I saw a TikTok about it. It is? That's so funny. Yeah, I saw a TikTok about it that literally was like, oh, Persona 1, you know, this is how I call my stand. Persona 2, this is how I call my stand. And then Persona 3, bum bum ba-dum, and like they raise their little fake, like obviously it's a fake gun on TikTok, right? They like use a little handgun. But I was like, what the? That's crazy. I did not expect for that to be a thing, but I'm glad you had fun with it. Okay, today we're continuing on with Baldur's Gate. It's lagging a little bit because I'm not gonna lie, I have Honkai Star Rail running in the back because I've been pretty late with my Honkai Star Rail. What the heck? I thought we went all the way back elsewhere already. Why the hell are we here? I swear to God, we were already... What's Gauntlet of Shar? Oh! Well, you should... What are you running? It shouldn't run this bad. It's just HSR. I don't know. That's what I'm running. And that's the only thing I'm running that's different. Everything else, like I'm not downloading anything. That should be the only thing that's different from what I'm usually running. So, okay, I feel like I'm gonna come here now. I'm here now, and then I am going to kill things. Just because I feel like I need the leveling. You know what I mean? How's the sound? Is the sound too loud? Am I good? Yeah, they're not like hurting me, but I just feel like I should. How are they not, like, why aren't they hurting me is my question, right? Do they not see me? Aren't they supposed to be hurting me? Am I wilding out? And then I feel like I don't know how I'm supposed to kill the other dude, right? Or finish his quest or whatever. I might look it up actually after, but I feel like I should just hurt this because I can. There we go, finally. God, it's fine. It's honestly fine. This is more important. Kill this thing first. That's right. And then you might want to know, this is provoke attack of opportunity. There's something else for you to do here, I think. These are all attacks of opportunities. Can you range attack this? Wow. Very disadvantage. Let's range attack this like this now. We're getting started real early, okay? I need to make progress. That's what I want. Hi, Azure Mage. Great to see you, honey. Great to see you. How are you doing? That's okay. That's okay. These, as far as I know, these dudes are like not that much. I think I'm just gonna have to kill everything, to be real. Waiting for rice to cook for dinner. See, they don't do a lot, I don't think, technically. All right, Will, you need to freaking calm down, okay? That's because we decided to attack them, TBH. You know, but that's okay. That's okay. It's fine. It's fine. How much does that actually do? That's not even that much damage. Yeah, let's firebolt them. I think that's much better. Oh, actually, you need to firebolt that. You need to firebolt that. That thing needs to die first. That thing's gonna bring people here.
Seems like the best way.
Or lunch? Lunch? That's a late lunch, technically. You only have, what, 3 more hours until most people have dinner? Is your weapon strong? It's pretty good. This is a lacerate, that's why. Damn. Not bad. Okay, let's do that. Shoot. D&D itch keeps creeping on me. It's pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't think I was gonna like it this much. The only reason I had it was because this is a subathon goal. And yet I'm good. I'm chilling. I'm enjoying this. Much to everyone's dismay. But it does take a while, and I mean, it is a costly, you know. Ooh, let's try a shield blow this time, now that we have it. Yeah! Oh, shit! Let's do it. Okay. Let's be real here, okay? Let's be real here. Let's be real here. Disadvantage from what? It's okay. I'll get it. I'll take it. There we go. That's about right. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. Okay, nothing else here. All right. You know the best part? You know the best part? You know the best part? I'm gonna do that. And I can... let's see. Can I do that? Yeah, I can. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Perfect. Now we're safe, quote unquote. Divinity Original Sin. Do you know if everyone bailed after one session? Yeah, D&D is not... D&D anything is not made for casual friends. They gotta be... It's a commitment, okay? But anyways, Crow, thank you once again for taking your folks on tour. And tourists, I hope you enjoy your time here. We got started real early. We're just getting in, okay? So what's happening is I'm supposed to be going to Baldur's Gate now, but I'm incredibly low leveled. I'm level 7. And they literally said, like, my dude, you are... it's not gonna be a good idea for you. And so I was like, okay. I mean, I guess. Piercing strike. Ranged attack. The firebolt's so much better, though, Loki. Scum save and luck, that's all you need. Re-zero that shit. I have done that multiple times, actually. So it's not impossible for me to continuously do that. But I don't want the extra work. Like, if I can level up even by a little bit right now, I would rather try to do that, right? You remember there's a cheese strat where you get these guys and Balthazar to fight each other? That's insane. That's actually pretty insane. Ethan, I love that you're here every Baldur's Gate stream. I think, you know, something tells me you like Baldur's Gate. I don't know. What the fuck? Well, that's just rude. Suppose I'll cast it on myself. Something tells me you like Baldur's Gate or something. You guys, I have something tragic to tell you. Earlier, Steve was willing to be in my room, and I was so happy that Steve was willing to be in my room because Steve doesn't usually like to be in my room. Steve likes to be in the living room, and then my bedroom, and that's it. But, well, I mean, like my bedroom underneath my bed, but Steve was under my desk this time. And but then I went to go out because I needed a shower. I went to the gym early today, and then Steve left, and now I can't get Steve to come back. And that's okay. It's just a little sad, that's all. I'm just crying a little bit. I should be using more of his spell slots. I don't know why the heck I'm not. Ooh, nah, I know exactly what I'm doing this. I'm cleaving them. I'm cleaving them. Goodbye. Oh, well, that's not that much, actually. Which one of you has more? Oh, you have more on here. Damn, I'm surprised it's not that much. Has he been clingy since you got back? Not that much, really. Oh, no. Oh, see, I thought it was critical hit, critical hit. Psh, I'm fine. Have you seen me? I went through gods, okay? I went through freaking gods. Hold on. Sorry. There you go. Thank you, Dare. Have a good one, hon. Alarm goes in 6. Oh, shoot. Bye, dear. I promise I'm gonna start streaming at 10 again very, very soon. Can I feel like I just should, you know? Like, that's already one down. Perfect. Perfect.
Let's finish this.
I really don't want to... Jesus, girl. You've got a lot. Oh, perfect. Oh, shit! I did not expect it to hit you also! I'm sorry, my dude. I'm so sorry. It's okay. I can heal you now. It's totally fine. You know? It was just an accident. Turn end stream back on. Sure. Do you have the ability to, or do I have to? It's okay, I'll do it anyways. Isn't end stream? End stream should be on already. Thank you, Bento. Bye-bye. Or did you just turn it on? Because that's also a high possibility. Let's do it. Damn, encrusted with frost. Crazy. Just unpaused it? Okay, thank you. Let's prepare. Nope, I do not need to prepare. First of all, let's go with this real quick. Oh, that'll take care of it. My bad. Bye-bye. Damn. Thank you, Wish. I appreciate it. I'm going to... I don't want to kill everything. I don't want to kill the other dude. I would rather defy the other demon, but I don't know how to help the one that's trapped there. So... You know what I mean? I'd rather defy the demon who's literally trying to fuck with me. Okay, people are actually... I'm actually getting hurt now! No! Okay. I need to be possibly a little bit more... Critical miss is insane. Oh, okay, works. Nice. Wow, insane. Insane. That, surprising. I'm just gonna kill this one first. There we go. That's fine. And then I'll heal... Oh, I need to heal you. I continuously need to heal you, my dude. Like, can you stay alive for even just a little bit more? You don't want me to spoil, right? Yeah, don't spoil. Thank you for asking, but don't spoil. I appreciate the thought. Okay. Oh, I didn't realize you had cleave. Sluggardly. Wow, you kind of... I should just use your spells way more because that kind of sucked. Who do I want? Who do I want? Actually, let's just hit you normal. Hopefully that kills. Shit, that did not. And then I'll hit you with this. There we go. That works. It's fun to figure it out yourself. It is. It's pretty fun to figure it out myself. And it's not too difficult, which is so lucky for me. I feel like usually... I expected for it to be more difficult is what I'm saying. Yeah, he's in love with me. That's all that matters. Yo, what's up, turtles? How's it going? How goes it? Okay, okay. We're going to... Because I can. Who has less? Oh, both of y'all have... Okay. I'll hit you instead first. Like, that wouldn't... It sucked. That sucked. Can you do anything better? Can you do anything better, please? Jesus, now I have to go buy more freaking potions just because you low-key suck. Awesome. Time for death? Time for death? Do I have any better fun things to kill you with? No, I'll just... I have a pretty good main hand attack. I'll just... There we go. That's what I thought. Let's see. Yeah, definitely you will. You definitely need it, not gonna lie. This game is just... It's pretty insane, I feel like. Too dark? What do you mean too dark? Can you not see anything? Will, what are you talking about? Do it again. Again. Lacerate or main hand attack. Lacerate. Lacerate for sure. Ding dong. Whoa. Nice. I love that for me. Wow, that was gorgeous. Only three of them. It's fine. Oh shit. Karlak, no! No, Karlak, I love you! Okay, I must kill you. But my main hand attack, low-key, is not the best. It's literally just as good as my piercing strike. What the heck is this? Haste. Nah. It's okay. I'll piercing strike you. Why not? Saved? You bitch. Who's the sexy VTuber on my screen? Oh, his name is Chat Bear. He's I. he's I. He's okay, I guess. I'm just kidding. No, that's not the attack I want. I'm gonna firebolt you because I can. That's terrible fireball. Actually terrible. Who has the least? That's Karlak. Karlak, heal! I don't know, a bear in uniform. A lot of people are into that. It's true. A lot of people are in. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, my dude. 5 to 7.
Built like a bear, baby girl.
What the hell? You are built like a teddy bear, my dude. You are tiny. You are a little baby boo boo. You're just a little baby. Cry about it! I love that. You're just a little baby. You're just a cute little baby. So how's it grinding? Not bad. This is my first battle today, right? So if somebody knows, you know the big guy in this place, in this underground, does somebody know how to help him? Like, apparently I'm supposed to kill something to help him. And does somebody know how to help the little panther thing? I'm willing to hear out that one specifically. That's so cool. I want to try this. Can I try it? Oh, never mind. I don't have any of the undead, I think. I'm just gonna hit you. Wow. You, dude, I suck, low-key. What about you? Let's just kill. The devil guy? Yeah. Yeah, the devil guy. Hi, ISO. How was your stream earlier, hun? I'm sorry I didn't get to see the end. I went to the gym. I don't know how to do the panther thing unless you have speak with animals. Oh, shit. You're right, I do. I think Will has speak with animals. Or I have a speak with animal scroll. I should use that. You are so right. You are so valid. You are so valid for this. Thank you so much, because I did not think about that. Oh, we did it! Woo! Well, he hasn't killed me yet, so... Do you have anything? Do you guys have some things, right? Give me the money. Give me the money! I mean, I already like defiled the goddess, so it's okay that I literally just killed all the justiciars, right? Okay, let me just long rest real quick. Carl, I should have speak with animals. Okay, but I do have speak with animal scroll that I technically don't really know what to do with. You think I can speak with Scratch? Can I speak with Scratch, you think? I think Will has speak with animals also. Will, speak with Scratch right now.
Hope you're keeping well, friend.
I never knew that!
Master. Friend.
Oh my god!
Until I knew he was gone.
Oh my god! This is so cool! I never knew!
But I'm glad to have met you.
I love you, Scratch! Oh my god! I never knew that! This is so cool. I forget so much of the things I can't do, I have to be honest. Oh, I'm gonna cry. What? Also, I need to pee like so bad right now. I know I literally just got on, but okay, no. Okay, who in camp needs to speak to me? What the fuck? I have the dame here?
Not my place. Someone
Okay.
Shadowheart should have the honor.
So you're saying Shadowheart should talk to her. Got it.
Better do the talking.
This must be interesting. This is gonna be interesting. This is gonna be an interesting combo.
About your heritage. There's a debt I must repay.
Yep.
You claim to know something about me. You knew about the wolves.
Is this a perfect time for me to
Tell
pee?
me everything.
Because I'm literally shaking my leg. Okay, hold on. Be right back. Okay. I'm back. Don't worry. I came back right on time. Oh, what the hell? Is that our papa? That'll be. Oh, what the hell? Is that our papa? Dude, I think that's our papa. What the? Oh shit.
That wolf. That elf. Who was he?
He's your
You
papa.
already know who he is.
Oh,
you
I
not see
fucking knew it.
yourself
I
in him?
fucking knew it.
Do you not recognize your own blood? He is your father. And he lives still,
Whoa.
as does your mother,
Wait, are you saying that her mother is a wolf?
bound to you.
Okay.
That can't be. I'm an orphan.
I still haven't gotten to like
Your adopted
watch
family?
the sex yet.
You are not to blame. You were young, impressionable. They took you
I
because they wanted to
don't
break
remember.
and ruin
Hi,
you.
Carvesa, Carvesa, Krista. Hi, Carvesa.
You are a woman.
No, not on
Knows
stream.
what must be done.
I have to find my parents.
Carvesa, thank you so much for pulling a
Is in
tarot
their very
card.
lair, in Baldur's Gate. There is one more way in which I can help you. You have been forewarned, and now you shall be forearmed.
All right, let's pull you a general card. Whoops. Dude, no way this one literally jumps out. What the hell? I haven't even
It
started.
was to be the instrument of my death.
I haven't even started.
Now,
No way. Wait. Pause it.
revenge for my life.
What the fuck? Hold on. Let me let this dialogue go through first. But that's insane. This one, I haven't even started like
Shar is quick to discard what she
um
has no use for.
shuffling, and this thing fell out.
I felt the spear call to me as I took flight. Whatever Shar calls her own, Selûne has equal claim to. They are one and the same. Their power is matched and mirrored. Take it. You will need it. But what you do with it, that will be up to you. Same as before. A debt repaid. You gave me my life back. Now go and claim your own.
There must be more you can tell me.
Your mind is a deep, dark wood.
Dude, can we make sure that they all get showered or something? They
Lurking threats.
look
I
terrible.
was lucky to be able to glean as much as I did.
Oh shit.
Besides,
Stream Elements already has
there are
that?
more hardships
Well-
ahead. Knowing too much may cause you to
Yup.
despair.
Download Watcher of Realms. Me and my my
One last thing.
community have played it for a while.
Parents have been in the hands of Shar's followers for some 40 years. It must take tremendous will for mortals to hold out that long. See that their sacrifices are not in vain.
Yee, I got another one. And I love it because I actually really like Watcher of Realms. I just haven't been able to play recently because obviously I've been busy with subathon goals and stuff. Nice, I got a spear. Okay. Carvesa, you got the Ace of Pentacles. Like literally it jumped out. It jumped out. So I don't know what this is trying to tell you. Upright also. It seems financial new beginnings, some keywords, financial new beginnings, new financial opportunities, new business, money, investment, savings. And basically just kind of means a lot of new beginnings in prosperity. It's a very good card to get, congratulations. You should be feeling very optimistic when this card appears, as it brings with it abundance, and inspiration, exciting energy. Be ready to make your dreams a reality, and hopefully money is coming to you. Woo, 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 woo. There you go. Let's go. Thank you, Wish. I appreciate it. Okay. All right, perfect. She talks. Let's rest. Sounds good. You've never gotten a reverse card so far. Dang, Carvesa. Dang, I didn't know you were like that. Sheesh. I'm happy for you. I haven't pulled for myself in a while, but I hate pulling for myself, I have to be honest. I don't know if it's like, you know. I hate pulling for myself. Am I gonna have a dream? Is that what it is? Oh, I'm Shadowheart right now, so I'm definitely having a Shadowheart dream. I knew it. God, I should have changed back over to myself. I don't want to know anything about Shadowheart. Oh, cool. I don't have to know anything about Shadowheart. Aha! Fuck you, lady.
Not as bad as it could have.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I get rid of this. Awesome. Is this dude? She's still here?
Like a good moment to talk.
Why are you still here?
I guess I can take care of.
You have not left? My dude, it's been days. Okay, whatever. My wife is so mean to my in-game wife. I mean, why am I not your in-game wife? That's the real question. Hello? Just kidding. Exclamation point parasocial. Okay, let's go back out. Leave camp. What is that guy's name? Okay.
Path lies before me.
Let's go back out this way. And then let's go talk to the animal now that I remember that I could speak to animals. Did you find Arabella's parents? Yeah, I found Arabella's parents freaking dead. It works. Why am I suddenly getting... Okay, there it is. Yerger? Okay, great. So that I can look him up later. Because I still get... Just making sure. Like, I still get, like... HP if I help him, right? Where's the animal? Where'd the animal go? Maybe I'll see him closer when I get here. Yeah! She'll take off Act 3. Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, unfortunate. Will, I know you got it in you, my dude. Okay, let's talk. Let's talk. Let's talk. Let's talk. I want to know what the hell is going on.
Do you have in my master's
Oh.
slave? You dare call Master's heart jewel a slave? I am his love.
Ow!
Not just any Orthon. Master is the darkest of desire. None compared to him.
Okay. You should consider me? I'm much better than him? Yeah.
Creature eyes you with vague interest.
Oh my god, stop. No way.
Quickly becomes a
Aw, damn it. It's a sneer.
Poor word kiss.
Oh, you're in love, in love.
Why are you still in Master's den? I am my master's heart.
Wait, is he the Orthon?
I was belly hollow, close to death.
Oh, that's
Master
why.
found me, fed me, and I
Okay. Yeah?
love him, and he loves me.
I want to free this so bad.
You mock a heart.
Oh, shit. I need to stop.
Consider, challenger. Very much. Now get out of our territory.
Your master is okay with me being here, by the way. Well, now I know I don't have to look for his, her love, because her love is the Orthon. Yerger. What a name. Okay. How to help Yerger. Where do I go? Oh. Oh! We're gonna kill some rats! Okay, fire, let's go. What the hell are you? What the? Oh, okay. You just look like that. A girl just wants love? Bro, you're telling me, bro. That's cool. I don't. Hey. Alright, I get it. Hey, it's a wat. What's up, ratty? Rat-a-tat-tat. Rat-a-tat-a. Rat-a-tat-a-tat. Yeah, it's related to the rats. Steve is kind of freaking out, so give me like just a second. Hi, buddy, are you okay? It's okay. It's the UPS driver. Let's go. We gonna fuck up this rat. These rats. I thought you were hello. Press the button, my dude. Aren't you supposed to leave? Press the button. Oh, we're waiting. Oh. Poor Steve. Steve is working so hard to what's the other one? Can I not use this one? That's kind of sketchy. I can't use that one. That's okay. Am I going the right way? I think I am. Am I going the right way? Oh no, I'm not going. I'm not going the right way, I don't think. Oh, I'm going all the way down. I'm not going the right way at all. No. No, I'm not going the right way. The heck is this? No, I'm not going the right way. Let's go back. Oh my god. I don't think I'm going the right way, am I? Let's see. I don't remember how to get back down here. How the heck do I get back down there? Never mind, found it. Well, that was quick. Damn, Steve, it's not that bad. Hold on. Okay. Alrighty. I didn't realize I had to go and sign for something, that's why. Okay, okay, so I have to place 2 candles? Is what I've heard. Where do I place the candles? Will, you can speak with the animals. Let's talk. Let's talk.
Unworthy to walk among friendly bones.
Oh, really? Really?
Talking of you, intruder, invader, unworthy one. These halls are not for you.
And these halls are for you, my dude? How do I place? I've been told to place candles, but I don't know where. Says you need to place down 2 candles and light them, then touch the effigy and a rat will appear. Talk to it and then attack it. Waves of rats, which AoE will help nicely. After completing... What? Hold on, hold on. I went to the ritual at the bottom of the statue, but I can't do anything with it and I don't see any more rats after talking to them and saying that I can have their treasure. Place down 2 candles and light them. Okay, it's at the bottom of the statue somewhere. This is the ritual, no? I'm confused. Is this not the ritual area? Maybe I should not go to Reddit. Maybe I should go elsewhere also. I don't want to... Yeah. Reach the feet of the Shar statue. Oh, what? Oh, there's like a whole other... The feet of the Shar statue. It's not even here. It's completely different. It's literally like... Is this the Shar statue? It is. What the heck? It's like down here. Bro. How the hell am I supposed to... What the f... Don't tell me there's an actual way to get down. Oh. Oh. I never noticed. This makes way more sense. This makes like a lot of sense. There's the ritual circle. Oh my god. What the hell? Who just wooed me? What the Calm down, y'all. It's not that big a deal. What do you mean woo? Okay. So I've been told. Can I place a candle? Oh shit, I don't have any candles, do I? How do I find a candle? How do I find candles? Candles, candles, candles. Also, you should save just in case. That's fair. But I want to save after I find candles. Where do I find candles? Thank you, Ethan. Have a good one. I appreciate. Who's speaking to me? Have a good work. Maybe some of these have candles? Motherfucking fire. 2 candle. Back down, back down, back down. Okay. Right here. Right here. Okay, and then you're right. Let's save. Because I think I know exactly what I have to do now. Well, now I have candles. Use. Can I place them? Oh wait, I have to do this. Each is more than what we are. Partial. Blah 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 blah.
Spell. One can become legion. So the book claims, at least. An infernal circle, used for the casting of the hell's most diabolical magic.
Okay. Whoa.
The rat stares at you. It almost seems like it wants your attention.
Okay, so now I have to kill it, right? Damn, that's... Okay, that's insane. That's fucking insane. That's insane. Okay. How to help Yerger. I'm gonna reopen that. Interact with this attack and kill this rat to summon a horde. They only have 1 to 4. Some rats will be dangerous due to their ability to explode on death and cause status effects like sleep. Having spellcasters large her. Transform into a dark gesture. Defeat. Okay. Alrighty. Let's do it.
Malicious eyes stare at you. The rat probably wants to feast on your corpse along with its...
Let's do it. Let's fucking... Let's kill it. Let's kill the rat. Holy shit. That's insane. Perfect. Perfect. That's beautiful. Wow. That's gorgeous. Do you see that shit? You see that shit? I'm fucking fire. That's what I am. Legitimate fire. Actually, hold on. Why the hell is this here? Put this here. What the fuck, bitch? Hello? What the fuck, bitch? Hello? How many of you are there? Oh, AoE attacks are gonna be the thing here. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Holy. What the fuck? Nah, AoE attacks are the thing here. Do I even have AoE attacks on this one, actually? Think about it. I just didn't expect. Okay. Here's 1. Here's 2, and here's 3. Let's do it. Okay, I got rid of 2 out of 3, so I'll take it. And then I'll flourish damage this one, I guess. It's small enough, so I can. I'm gonna move over here so we can use more AoE attacks without me being in the way. Oh my god, the rats are gonna go crazy. Wall of fire, maybe? Yeah. Let's make the rat in love with me! Damn it! Okay. I know you have AoE attacks, my girl. You better use that bitch. Hell yeah. Okay. Oh, I mean, I suppose I'll just use it on you because you can, because I can. Where your clothes at? Oh, at home. Hi, March. I don't know if she has spirit guardians, but that's okay. It should. I'll be fine. Come on. What could a couple of rats do to me? You know? There they are. There it is.
Fuck yes.
Fuck yes is crazy. Sick. Say, what could a couple of rats do to... Is this a dead one? Oh, that's a dead one. Okay.
Close ranks.
Oh, now... Oh, she got into sleeping. God damn it. Can I... Can I do something with that? Like, is there a thing where I can just actually get this, okay? I'm gonna go here. All right, now they're all there. And then I'm gonna throw something. I'm gonna throw this bitch. Actually, how much does this do? And how much does that? You fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? I'm gonna throw it. You guys, I'm fine. What y'all worried about, man? I'm fine. Look at that. Take my money. Bro. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, hell yeah. Oh. How many more rats must there be? Okay, how do I think I can heal myself. Oh, I didn't realize that. Okay, well, hopefully that healed somebody also. Alrighty. You definitely have... Continue to use what you must. What the fuck, girl? What happened to burning hands? Hello? I do have spirit guardians. I suppose let's use spirit guardians. I don't really know how do I use it? Oh, I have to select variant. I'm a dumbass. That's fine. Ooh, spirit guardians. Yay, what the hell is this? Oh, never mind. Oh, they coming. Oh, lordy, they coming. Oh, lordy, they coming. Oh, lordy, they coming. Hey, what happened on my music real quick? Damn! Spirit Guardians is sick! I have not checked out the new banners yet, unfortunately. Oh shit! Spirit Guardians is fucking fire! What the fuck? Will, kill this one. This one's like the only one nearby. How many more must there be? What the fuck? What the hell? What the hell? At least you get. I sure am gaining XP. You right, but I did not expect it to be like this. Stay within this. Yeah, let's stay within this cool ass circle. Okay, let's go back to this cool ass circle, and then you can throw a little thingy again. I'm gonna have to fucking buy another one. God damn it. Can I just? No, I gotta put it. I put it in my pocket. I love these. I love my smoke powders. I love my little smoke powder bombs. That bitch is so cool. Hi, Dawn. Everybody! It's Dawn's birthday! Did you guys know that? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Dawn. Excuse me. Happy birthday to you. I don't know why I did that. I wanted to feel a little zesty today, you know?
On I go.
Hee hee hee. So she just walks around and it's chill like that. That's insane. That's absolutely insane. That's so crazy. You are definitely drinking and I know that, yeah? Go ahead, buddy. Dash. It's okay. Righty. Can't I just... Hell yeah, I can. Ooh. How'd you fucking miss this dude, man? That's insane. That's fucking insane that you missed him. Okay, let's just hit this. How are we... What the fuck? What happened to the third one? We did it! Yay! Oh, yo, what's up, my dude? I'm gonna close this tab now that I can do it. What the fuck?
Too big. Where are the others? Where's the rest of me?
Am I supposed to kill him?
You! Why did you have to keep trying? Why couldn't you...
Can somebody check for me if I have to kill him?
Lucindo, last Dark Justiciar.
Deltarius! Hello, hello! Thank you so much! Thank you for taking your folks on tour. Hello, tours. My name's Lily, I love to travel, but I suck at geography. And you were also playing Baldur's Gate. How far are you in? I'm about to get to Act 3. I'm trying to level.
Now, you will rot in the dark.
Hi there. Hi there.
Devil! You should have just run from him. Now you'll die before me instead.
Oh, okay. So I do have to kill him. Perfect. Wait, I think I'm supposed to kill him, right? How far are you in? Because now I want to... Oh, well, maybe... I don't know if you did that one, so... Let me see. Let me see. I just want to make sure. Not combat. Not combat. Not combat. The cool way. Dark just this year. Yeah. Defeat. Okay, I do have to defeat the dude. All right, perfect. That's fine. That's fine and easy. Pretty sure. Oh, he's huge. What the? I did not expect him to be gigantic. Me and my friends had to start a new game because update 7 completely broke our old... Oh, no. I am so sorry. That's cruel. Yikes. I don't even know update 7. I don't even... Is that the newest update? I don't think I even did it. I just really think it's not gonna do too... Well, you know, I'll just give it a try. Yeah, because why not, right? I don't remember having to update it at all, but I'm so sorry that happened to you. I'm glad it didn't happen to me, Loki. Nice! Woo! Good job, Will! Oh. And a miss! Ha! You suck, my dude! Alrighty, let's Moonlight Butterflies this guy for sure. What? Insane. Insanity. That's okay. Baby girl, get up. Baby girl, take heal. Alrighty, how do I... What can I do here? Not very much. And he's encrusted with frost! Yay! Okay, let's just... I don't want to use any of my spell things on him, so we're just gonna take this slowly. I mean, there's 4 against 1. You know, I'd be concerned if I can't do something about it like that. What the hell is this? Ghoulish touch. Hold on. What's he? He's resistant against psychic. Okay, that's fine. He's not resistant against necrotic, is he? Let's try this. I never use this. Missed! I hate myself. Damn, Karlach. That's insane. Let's just hit him. And then let's go ahead and save Karlach a little bit. There we go. What's your 17? That's actually not that bad. Let's give it a try. Oh yeah! Oh yeah! Woo! We did it! Yay! Yay! We did it! Well, I hope it wasn't back from phone call. So yeah, my friends and I had to save before the recent update and it broke because we had the party limit be gone. Moddins. Oh no. So how big was your party? How big was your party? I am so sorry. See, I can't, that's why I don't fuck with mods. I just know that I would, oh fuck, what are they saying? What are they saying? Are they freaking out? That's so funny. They're probably freaking out. I feel like I should save here just in case. So you guys had to start over? How far is... It's okay, I'll just take the long way. I don't mind. I suppose I'll just take the long way. So yeah, exactly. I just assumed that that means that the party limit is like fucking... Like it could be like 10 or something. Is that true? Or is it like you can bring more people into the campaign? Up to 16? Is it like up to 16 people can join? Or like up to I'm so confused. Sorry, up to 16 real people can join? Or is it like 4 real people and then the rest can be filled with NPC players that we have? Guess what, Yerger? I freed you! Congratulations, you are now my slave. You are now my slave.
Quiet.
Damn.
It's gone. The song is gone. The contract is completed.
Up to 8 people. Did you have 8 people?
Oh, you. Every breath you take.
Damn it!
Moment on is my reward.
3 people? Oh, you just wanted all the NPCs, huh?
Away from me intact.
You may walk away from you intact, Yergir. But
Oh my god, Raphael is here!
away from me in violation of their deal.
Why is that
Devil's
violation?
in the details, you see.
Oh,
And the
fuck.
details are in the fine print. You were to fulfill the deal. Nowhere does it stipulate you could subcontract the last kill to the first adventurers party that came trotting along.
Nowhere does
In
it
short,
stipulate that you couldn't, though.
breach of contract, my friend. Oh dear.
Back to the house with what we agreed. I have you now, Raphael. Pay the debt, and I will make this quick.
Consider your position.
Am I supposed to... Was I supposed to have killed that guy? Well, I mean... Fuck.
No contracts, no fame.
I think I had to have, right?
Power. You'll be a streak of excrement. Even lemurs will slither away from. Unless
Only made it as far as saving the grove. Which part is that? Is that Act 2? It's cool that you got to bring every Act 1 NPC, though. I don't really even know how many NPCs are technically allowed to come with you.
Bastard! Fine.
Damn.
One condition. No more songs.
What's a contract without whimsy, I say? But fine. No more songs. Now.
Oh my god, this is terrible. This is terrible.
Brand new signature on a brand new.
Oh, I see. Emerald Grove. Okay. Well, at least it wasn't too far in, maybe. Are you able to still have the mod or no?
For the greater hunter.
Anything I leave behind.
Yeah!
Pick over it however you like.
Hell yeah! Oh no, Raphael's gonna speak to me, isn't he? Oh.
Are the gods truly this petty?
They are. Be right back. I have to pee so bad. I'm trying to drink my gallon water bottle, so I'm so sorry I have to pee so bad often. Okay. Oh my gosh. Alrighty. Thank you. Oh, okay. So there's an in-game mod manager now. That's insane. That there's an in-game mod manager. Orthon's bed. What the fuck did he leave back, you think? Ew. Basically nothing.
Disgusting and uncomfortable.
Is there anything he actually left back? Like, do I get like a... Can I loot or... What did he actually leave that I can loot? So some of these maybe? Is that what it is?
Open up.
It seems like he doesn't... Like, is there anything actually good? I feel like I should be... I feel like the World War should be better than this. I'm confused. Is there a secret... Is there a secret chest somewhere? Because I don't... There's gotta be some... Chasm. The fuck you mean chasm? What the... Where the fuck is this shit? Is there something back here? Can I go in there? Doesn't look like it. But I don't really... Yeah, it doesn't seem like... Well, let's... Can't reach this. Am I missing something, you guys? Like, am I supposed to get...
This
A
all
macabre arrangement of flesh.
He's an
Only a truly depraved mind could dream of such a thing.
I really have, like, no idea. He's like, anything you want. And I'm like, there's barely anything, my dude. What are you talking about? Hello? Does he have treasure? Hi, Jake. I already opened this. He didn't even care. Nobody even noticed. What the heck? I thought... What the fuck? I thought we already opened that. Man, well... I suppose I did something. I'm still level 7, unfortunately, but I suppose I did something. Is there anything else? I feel like I should have just killed all of them. I should have killed that and then still killed all of them, honestly. Because I don't understand what else I'm supposed to do. I'll go to questing. I'm trying to figure out... I might not be able to, like, level myself up, honestly. This is probably going to end up being really, really hard. Yeah. 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 But I'm doing okay. Thank you. The questing is doing fine. I don't think I have any more here. This is Baldur's Gate. We need more allies? Where do I find more allies? This is Baldur's Gate. Watch a fleet of not always leave for Baldur's Gate. If Mole doesn't turn up and... Okay, also Baldur's Gate, basically. Also Baldur's Gate. You betrayed her, consigning her to a life in the... Gortash. Find Gortash, wherever that is. And then this is Baldur's Gate. It seems like everything is in Baldur's Gate, even though I'm incredibly low leveled. So maybe I'll just save and then go to Baldur's Gate. Because at this point, I don't know where I'm supposed to be. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Can I go to, like... Let's go... Oh, wait. Let's go there. And then let's leave. Can we just leave? Zenesequa. Oh, what? How do I get out? It seemed like this was the way... This was supposed to be the way out. Uh-oh. That's not it. This is not it, is it? That's not it. Can I... Oh, yeah. Yeah. Okay. Let's go to Moonrise Towers. We gotta get money. You know what I mean? And also more stuff. I just know there's a lady here. I used some stuff for the rats, so now I want to buy the stuff again. Je ne sais quoi or je ne sais quoi? What's up, my darling? What's up, Dale? Dale!
Just tell me what you need.
What do you think I freaking need, Tally? Can't you think of it yourself, buddy? Figure it out, buddy. It's not that hard. Hey, you've got more money again. Well, let's barter, all right? Because I don't need this, or this, or that, or these, or that. Is it clothes? No. I do not need clothes. I'm happy exactly how and where I am. I love that it says restore bardic inspiration. Unfortunately, I don't have a bard. Incense. Incense bowl. Oh yeah, and a bunch of rotten shit. Rotten. Good boy. Maybe it's shoes because you only have sandals and you can't order without shoes. Huh? What are we talking about at this point? I'm confused. I think the rest is fine. Yeah. Always with these because... Excuse me. I get it. No shirt, no shoes, no service. I hate that. I don't hate it, obviously, but I hate it. Okay, well, there's money, so you gotta do that. You put this over here. Whereas you put this over here, you put this over here, put this over there, put this over here. I don't know why that seemed like it moved. Why the... Oh, well, I think I just have to keep that, technically, low-key. And then let's put this over here. And then it looks like everything is right. Everything is right in the world again, except for this. Why is this here? Why is this here? You know what? Screw it. We'll just leave it like that. Okay. This is what I need, you know? I needed that. Alright, can I just... I just have so much that I feel like I should just long rest right now. Pants but no underwear? Loophole? Nah, I'm not trying to get in trouble. I'm good. I'm good. Cool. Awesome. And it's saving, so I'm good. I'm chilling. Let's delete this save. And then delete this save, because I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I can delete this save. Cool. Alright, let's just... We gotta go. We got road to Baldur's. We just gotta go. We're gonna go. I always have the other saves if everything goes completely wrong. They will tell me. I think they told me last time too that it's incredibly difficult to go to this area. They're like, are you finished? Make sure to have any loose ends warning the area. Yeah, for party of your level. Well, I don't know how else I'm supposed to do this, okay? So just go. Is this the last act? Apparently. So I have other saves. It's totally fine. Let's just give it a try. It could be worse.
Ketherick is defeated. The path ahead clear. You should be elated. The sight of the land you leave behind does nothing to alleviate your sorrow. Though however deep your pain, it cannot...
It's crazy because Halson's literally was just chilling at my camp doing jack shit right now. Oh, Halson looks so sad. You reminiscing, buddy? We kind of on our we're kind of like on a time crunch or something, you know? Not to rush you, but I think I need to kill literally everything that I walk across to even have the level to fight literally anything else. So we're about to slaughter. I mean, armies are just upon Baldur's Gate anyways, right? Like bad armies. Armies I don't want to hang out with. Is that correct? Ooh. Oh. So I'm gonna... 'Cause tonight will be the night that I will fall for you. Is that who I'm fighting first? Before the lady? Wow. Oh, man.
Sergeant, if you are here, I presume Wern's Rock is secure, and preparations for my inauguration are complete.
Inauguration?
No, Lord Gortash. We were interrupted. Another quake in the lower city. More severe this time.
So you came cowering to my chambers? I'm flattered, Sergeant. But even I cannot command natural phenomena to cease.
It's not natural.
My lord. But there is panic in the streets. The people are afraid.
Perhaps the people would be calm if you kept your nerve. I expect better from the flaming fist than to run scared from a slight tremor.
Then why the fuck won't you do something about it?
Duties.
Damn, that's crazy. Oh, she's angry.
Patrolling and saluting and following and bowing and scraping. Yes, sir. No, sir. Rip and cut your throat, sir.
Oh, shit!
The plan is falling apart, lordling.
Oh, that was not... Oh, wow. That was not... Ooh.
We need to focus on reuniting the stones or the brain will break free. These quakes are just the start.
Oh, she was not the flaming fist.
They'll be traveling to the city. Let's make sure we give them a Baldurian welcome.
Ooh.
I itch to peel you, to split your skin, to see.
Oh, she freaky. Oh, she freaky. Is somebody gonna match her, freak? Is somebody gonna match her, freak?
I harvested a whole family of living flesh in Rivington at that high sun. They will sate my blade thirst tonight. Oh, but tomorrow and tomorrow.
Sorry, hold on. Okay. Sorry. I was like, oh, I forgot to let my Genshin Impact run. Or not, my Honkai Star Rail run. Is somebody gonna match her, freak? Is somebody gonna match her, freak? Who the fuck is that? Who the fuck is that? Oh my god. They're wives. No, it doesn't feel good because I'm like, fuck, I should have used it so I can get more energy. Damn, my ass is nice. I wish my ass was this nice in real life, but I'm working on it. I went on the Stairmaster today. What am I doing? Reminiscing? Why am I reminiscing? Damn. Oh, my abs are sweet.
Beyond the campsite, the city waits in uneasy silence. One sleep away.
That's insane. Oh, it's beautiful. The city is beautiful. Let's slaughter every single citizen. I'm just kidding. Woo! Hell yeah! I can't with the stair one. It just feels like I'm gonna fall off if I stop. I mean, not impossible. Let me just say that, okay? What are all these? Okay. Can I fucking... Let me leave! Let me leave! Okay, cool.
The gods are watching me.
Alright, time to loot everything. Even though it's my campsite. How the hell do I get down? Dude, now I have to learn this entire new thing. Okay. What the hell is this? Can I... Where am I going? Okay, you know what? Let's leave.
Put my hands on everything.
Oh, you know what? This is perfect. I need to save right here. Because I don't want to go through that again. What are all these things? Hey, a chest! That's important. I love chests. I rarely have any, but I love it. Hi, Nia! Oh my goodness, hello, hello. Thank you so much for taking your folks on tour. Hello, tourists. My name is Alibel. I love to travel, but I suck at geography. Hello, hello there. How was Roblox? What were you doing on Roblox? Wait. There's wine here. Oh, that is not wine, but that is okay. Catnip raid? Oh. Are you on catnip? Hey, no judgment. Dude, I would. You know? Alright, where do I find these things? This is the campsite here. So how do I leave the campsite? Okay, I cannot. I think I just have to leave this area right now. Thank you. What were you doing on Roblox? Should I talk to people? I don't really want to talk to them. I just want to leave and continue my adventure. How do I do that? Do I have to talk? Hey, a berry bush. Do I have to talk? Who are you? Oh, yo, what's up, old man Withers? Oh, man Withers! Yeah, the kid's gone. God damn it. Where do I just leave here, or how do I leave? What do I do? There it is. Oh no, this is just speaking, right? What'd you do on Roblox? I would like to know. But also, if you're busy, that's totally fine. Don't answer. Am I talking to myself? Ooh. Oh. No, I'm good. I'm good. I like the way I look. I look amazing. Frickin' fire, I do. Karlach, let's talk. I want to get together, Karlach. Please, let's talk. I want it to be me, please.
Shadowheart. She's been jerked around so much. He got his claws into me. One of my mates got. He took. I respect the whole. Sorry.
Not enough to actually listen, though, which is unfortunate. Is somebody gonna match her, freak? Well, how do I leave? Please, I just want to go play. Does anybody know how I leave? Because they won't let me press leave camp. Oh, I think I have to end the day. I'm dumb. I'm dumb as crap, man. Is somebody gonna match my freak? Hey, this goes here. I will sell you. I'll sell you. I'll definitely sell you. And I'll definitely sell you. Oh, I'm glad it all goes right here anyways. The berries and stuff. I think I just have to sleep. Let's sleep. And save. Sleep and save. Sleep, sleep, and save. It's okay. We'll be fine.
Events of the last days weigh heavily upon you. Sleep's rest is slow to come to one whose mind is so full. The Absolute is not a god, but an elder brain controlled by the chosen of the Dead Three. They mean to use it to take control of the Sword Coast.
I still don't technically know what the Sword Coast is, to be honest.
And by extension, the Chosen. It will take but one order to transform them into an army of mind.
Something tells me I'm having a hard time sleeping, low-key, but
This would have been your fate too, were it not for the Dream Visitor's protection.
Okay, but how come
You have uncovered the cult for what it really is. A plan of conquest orchestrated by the gods
Okay,
of
but
death themselves.
is she also saving your party pals or something?
If you follow this path to its end, the Elder Brain will not answer to the Chosen. It will answer to you. Will you liberate them from their parasites and
I mean, I'll try, but no guarantees, Loki.
purposes?
I will succeed where the Chosen will fail? That's insane.
Right now, your resolve feels firm, but there is no knowing how you will feel when the moment.
It's so true. When the moment comes, maybe I will end up taking over the world. Since you guys wanted to make me the one. Give me... Sleep is not for me. Oh, nar. No way. No way. Oh my god, who's that? Okay, that's kind of stupid. They came into my camp? Kill them. That's insane. This is insane. That's so funny. What the hell? Who are you? Karlach? Why do you look different? Is this Karlach? Why do you look different? Where are the dudes? Here? Oh my god, it's so easy for you to kill him. Just kill him. Come on, you got this. What the heck? Oh, actually, I know what's happening. Where's the mirror? Is that the mirror? Oh, fuck. Kill the mirror! I think I have to kill the mirror. Oh. Well, that's not what I did. I can't believe they came into my camp. That's so fucked up. Die, you little harborer. The fuck are you talking about? I'm literally one of you. What the hell? Wait, what the hell? Am I not one of them? Or I am one of them? I'm confused. Am I dying? I might be dying here. Oh, escape to the portal. Before the absolute taste control. Oh.
I need your help.
Oh, bitch, the fuck? All right, cool. Had I known. Hold on. Hold on. Wait, fuck. All right, let me just... Can't I just kill them? Hold on. I'm gonna save right here, and then I'm gonna try and kill them and see if that means... if that works, right? Because, well, Karlach's, like, here. The hell? Is this your friend? This is your friend. Okay. Let's try to do that. There's a critical hit. Not bad. I'll take it. Let's go here. Where are you? Are you Shadowheart? Bro, this is so hard. I can't fucking understand this shit, man. What the hell? What the hell?
Should get started.
Not bad. Like, what happens if I just kill him? Like, will I... How are you not dead, my dude?
My faith will protect me.
Okay. Critical miss. Because low-key I suck as Shadowheart. Is that a new person? No, that was an old person, right? Huh? How many was there originally? I'm confused. What is the likelihood anyways? Why am I... Oh. Sure. That's nice. That's beautiful. Great job, Karlach. What the hell? Maybe that's... Maybe I should just run. Maybe I should just run. Actually, I have 2 turns. I'll give it a try. Look at that. Whose turn is it? Is it mine yet? God damn it. Holy shit, they're strong. Oh, nar, they're strong. Oh, nar, they're strong. Okay, how about this? Oh, fuck. Well, that both missed. So, how about I... how about I do this? How about I just... If Will dies, he dies. It's fine. Wow. All right, forget it. All right, forget it. I'm gonna go to the thing. Unless I don't. Can I kill? I feel like I could kill them if I chose smart things. I'm gonna give it a try. I really do want to give it a try. It's okay. It's okay, you guys. It's worth it. I need the leveling. You know what I mean? Strategy over power. They're not that high leveled. I just need to make sure I can do it within 4 turns. Or I want to see if I could do it within 4 turns. Do you know what I mean? Let's see. Where am I? Get me here, bro. Get me here. I don't need to... I suppose I'll pick up everything else later. It's not that important. Let's just save everything. There you go.
Them from their parasites and
You're under attack. Help me.
Okay, so personally, I will save here right now. Only ass? I know, right? That's what I'm saying. Okay. That's kind of crazy that that worked.
Fight your way to the portal. I need your help.
Okay. How do I... It's just not that strong of yours. So let me go... I did not do that much to them, unfortunately. Let me go ahead and heal Will, because I need it. There we go. Oh, fuck! I was still able to do the... God damn it. Whatever. Not bad. I'm just gonna give it a try. Hopefully it works, but... Yeah. I think they all provoke opportunity. That's fine. What the hell? Oh, am I just continuously dying because of the tadpole? Or because of the absolute and shit? What the hell? Okay. Let's... Oh, fuck. I'm gonna end up killing the both of them if I do that. Oh, Dawn, honey. Oh, Dawn. I'm gonna cast Spirit Guardians. Oops. And then I'm going to save my own ass. That's important. Okay, Will, you have to do some shit, my dude. Disadvantage provokes attack of opportunity. I don't want that. Let's see. Is there another one? I thought there was another one up here somewhere. What about if I did that to you here? No? Not the best either. Man. Let me see. Oh, yeah, no. I didn't even know I had Wall of Fire, like, naturally ready here now. Okay. Unfortunate. Let me see, let me see, let me see. I just feel like there's better options, technically. Damn. Bro, they're so strong. I mean, they don't have a lot of health, but they're strong. Which is what kind of pisses me off. 8 to 32 damage. Fine. Fine. Why not? I'll use that. Sure. 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 Oh, fuck. Yeah, okay, that's why. I see. That's why. Okay, so every single turn I get... Every single turn I get hurt just by the absolute. So I feel like I just have to dash. I'm just gonna have to dash. I'm just gonna have to freaking run. Damn, girl. Get up, bro. Jesus. You're not that... Jesus, Shadowheart. What the heck? Both of you guys just weak or something?
Way to the portal. I need your help.
I do not want to provoke an attack of opportunity. Oh, they all provoke an attack of opportunity, don't they? That's fine. You know what? Fuck it. Fuck it at this point. Charm that bitch, bro. Hell yeah. She's in love with me now. Keep going, my dude. Hello? What's the fuck? Oh, that worked. Huh. Interesting. Can I still cunning action dash or no? I still can? What the fuck? Fire. Literally. Awesome. The fuck? Do I need movement? Hello? Path is interrupted. Man, let's toss something. Wow! Completely saved. That's unfortunate. Whoa, they aren't naked. They're technically not. Yeah. Shit. Okay, well, hold on. They all provoke an attack of opportunity? Well, shit. In that case, I suppose I'll just dash. That's a bonus action, so... Good miss.
Covered.
Nice. Not bad. Not enough movement. There we go. Miss. Of course. Jesus. Jesus. Oh, I'm going to die, aren't I? Oh, I'm going to die, aren't I? Will, get your ass out of here. Do you understand me? Wow.
Bubble 066 is now boarding. Welcome to Label Air. Hope you have a safe and enjoyable flight.
All right, all right, all right. Okay. Think, Lily, think. Don't not enough movement me. I know it's enough movement. Awesome. Awesome. Fuck. Fuck, that's not the one I want either, technically. Can I dash? Sure can. The main point is to leave right now. Okay, and then... I cannot drink. I already took it. Oh, it's got that little thing on me. Okay, you also need to escape. So let's get you here. Let's just... Awesome. And then let's dash. Because you kind of need to just leave, honey. You kind of just need to, like, leave. Everybody kind of just needs to leave a little bit. Yes. There we go. Oh my god, we're gonna die. Oh my fucking god, we're gonna die, aren't we? Oh fuck, we're gonna die. Oh, thank god. Ah, shit. Ah, shit. Ah, shit. What the fuck is... What the fuck is this battle, bro? Oh, everybody dead.
Come quickly.
Holy shit.
Do this without you.
I mean, not enough movement. Why don't I have movement? Uh-oh. Do I have movement here? Wait, why am I... Oh, I'm steeped in something? Yeah, this ain't gonna work out. This is not gonna work out, bro. It's very one-sided? Yeah. That's interesting. How weird. That's such an interesting one. We'll just have to figure it out. Are these the absolutes? Like, if I kill them, will I be free? I really do want to know. Does anybody know? Or is it just unfair completely? Okay, hold on. Act 3 Baldur's Gate escape to portal. I wonder if you could just kill them is my point. Apparently, I just have to have one character get to the portal immediately. So... I wonder if I could use that, actually. Insane. Insane! Absolutely insane. That was insane. That's... I did not expect that to happen. Holy shit. Perfect. Oh my god. I'm kind of insane? Holy shit.
Time to press ahead.
I'm kind of insane. What the fuck?
Gods, it's hot in here.
Okay, I don't have anything technically great, but let me see. Can we just go with one? Maybe we can just go with one. Let's split this. Let's have you send this off, Karlak, for real. Let's... Because maybe we could just go with one, you know? You never know. Immune to... What? Difficult terrain? Oh, that's what it is. That's fine. That's okay. Let's see. I don't really want to use anything else for them, to be honest, but... Go here. Oh, pretty good. Pretty good. Not gonna lie. Let's end turn here. Damn. Girl, get up. Girl, get up. I just need for... Oh, fuck. No! I need me to stay alive. That's the important part. That I stay alive. Okay. Can this bitch die yet? She's literally on one. She's on one. Will, you can just drink. I think you only need one to go, so I'm just gonna... E-N-R-T-O. You can take me hard to go. Can I get it, you think? Fuck, I missed. That's fine. That's cool. That's cool. That's fine. Let's find... Oh, shit. Damn. That is not fair at all. Shit, bro. Ah, shit, dude. Ah, shit, dude. Oh, fuck. Are you serious? Are you serious? Karlak! Use Misty Step! I don't think this is gonna be good. I do not think this is gonna be good. But I could try my best. And then dash! I don't care! We go! We go! Do I take my entire group or is it just me? Oh my god, I think it's just me because the rest of my group is basically dead. What the fuck is this? Holy shit. What the fuck is this? Oh my god. It's the brain. They're climbing the brain. What the fuck is happening, bro? Holy shit. Is the brain exploding? Oh. What? Wait, is that all my people? Oh my god, did they bring all my people here? Hell yeah, they brought all my people here. Nice. Wait, what the fuck? Hold on, hold on. I need to... Can't I just pick everybody up real quick? I can. Holy shit. I can pick everybody up real quick. No, what? Aw, shit, I'm dead. That's okay. I can't believe I died. Well, at least I'm...
Not over. Come to the skull.
Can I long rest? Stop. Tell me I can long rest. That's too funny. Can I long rest?
This would be the worst time to take
God damn it, I can't.
I can keep going a little longer now.
Fine, I'll use both of my short rests. Fuck it. Jesus, I suppose. I don't know what to do technically. Am I supposed to fight them? Because I really don't... What am I supposed to do? I don't really know what I'm supposed to do. Okay. Is that just the two? What the hell? That's it? Oh, shit. Bro, hello? Just the two of you guys? I say literally getting my ass kicked. Oh my god. I'm literally getting my ass kicked. Can I stop being so... What the hell is this? Yeah, let's do this. Oh, fuck. It didn't work. I didn't select my variant because I'm a dumbass. God darn it. Okay. Karlak, you have a lot of armor. You're strong, honey. Don't do this, Karlak! Good God. Karlak, I swear to fucking God. What do you mean can't reach destination? God damn it. You guys couldn't have figured that out first. Okay, let's go here. And then I'm just gonna... What the hell? Oh my god, what? I accidentally got you? Karlak, please. Good God, Karlak. It's time for death. Time for the death from me. Time for death. That's terrible, Zero. I hated that. I want you to know that. Specifically from me. I don't even know what to... Sure. Why not? Not bad. I'll take it. Shit. I love Karlak, but she's being a little cray right now, man. She being a little cray right now. You know what I mean? That's crazy. I feel like... Yep. Hell yeah. There we go. That's the deal. Oh fuck, she's gonna try and kill Karlak, isn't she? Can I throw something? If he can't drink, I don't think he can throw, honestly. Karlak might die, not gonna lie. Oh, shit. Karlak might not die. Hello? Karlak, drink. Drink, my girl. Oh, thank God. Can you drink again? Oops, sorry. Can you drink again? No, you can't. Okay. Just heal. That's important. I think you healing is way more important, my dude. Bro? Bro? Yeah, let's, oh, yeah, I can do that, I think. Let's do that. Not bad. Not the worst. I did not hate that. You should... What should you do, huh? I think you should. Sure, why not? The sooner you kill him, the better. Holy shit, critical miss. That's absolutely insane of you to do, Shadowheart. Unbefrickin-leavable, my dude. Okay. Yeah, let's just smite the bitch.
It's not over.
Level up! Yay! Level up! Woo! Awesome. Except, wait, actually, hold on. Let's level them! Finally! Good God. Holy. Okay, choices pending. Well, feat. What feat do I want? Can I get that or no? Shit. Yeah, I want the heavy armor! Oh my God, it's been... Dude, I want the heavy armor so bad. Fuck. I literally gave away my heavy armor, though. I literally sold all my heavy armor. I probably should just go to the person I sold it to and then buy it back, because... I can't get heavy armor. That makes sense. Can't even get medium armor. That's fine. The hell is this? Nah. Lord. You regain full hit points each time you take a short rest is pretty crazy, not gonna lie. Your spells and attacks ignore resistance to a damage type of your choice. When you cast spells of that type, you cannot roll a... great weapon master. When you land a critical hit or kill a target with a melee, you can make another melee. Ooh, okay. That's actually not that bad. I do not hate that. You learn 2 cantrips and a level 1 spell from the Bard spell list. You can cast the level 1 spell once per long rest. Your spell casting ability for all 3 spells is charisma. Is this gonna be me? Am I gonna be a fucking bard? I have cantrips too. Wait, is using cantrips an action? It probably is, isn't it? I'm like, what am I asking, really? Using cantrips is probably an action. You gain proficiency with medium armor. Yay! I know that sounds ridiculous, but I definitely want medium armor. Polearm master? That's sick. That sounds ridiculous, but it's worth it for me. Ridiculous. Really. Whoa! What? Did I not do that with the others? Oh, no, I did. Strength or dexterity? What is a star? I mean, I should probably... Yeah. Accept! Woo! Now I gotta go get freaking medium armor again. Oh, that didn't... Oh. I thought that was going to heal me. It did not. I'm taking all these brains. I'm gonna feast on them. Hey, where'd the other bodies go? Oh, the bodies are over there. Hello, body. Well, the other body is lost to space, so... Really? You didn't even have anything? That's insane. I also can't. Can I long rest now? God damn it, I can't. No, I need to drink as Karlach. That's what I need to do. And then as Shadowheart, I need to drink.
It's not over. Come to the skull.
God, I'm not gonna have enough anymore, huh? That's okay. Fuck! I should have saved. Well, I'm saving now. That's okay. It's all right. We'll find out. What a funny little thing, though, honestly. Well, did I take this ball brain? I already took it. Okay. Should I just... Yeah, you're already here, so let's jump. Where is everybody supposed to be? Oh, they're all over there, huh? Oh, everybody's over there. Ooh, it's saving? It's saving for me? That's how I know it's not good. Oh, this is gonna be terrible. Oh, this is gonna be awful. I can just tell. Holy shit. What the fuck is that? The fuck is that guy doing? I can't tell who I'm supposed to fight. Hi, Raceland Hun. Because I'm not technically supposed to be friends with the Illithid, but I'm not really friends with the other dudes either because they're trying to kill me. So I'm pretty confused. What is happening here? Am I just not friends with anybody? Is that the deal? I like that you have the crazy martial arts like, whoa.
Before you do anything, I am your ally.
Are you?
We are in danger.
Okay.
He is the source of our protection against the absolute.
Whoa!
I must subdue him, or everything we've worked towards
Is a source of our protection against what?
Let my form deceive you. I am the one that's been protecting you.
What?
I am the one that came to you in your dreams.
See, here's the thing. I believe it though. I believe it though. Hold on. Hold on. I believe this shit though. Because how else did he know that I was having dreams and shit?
You saved a child from a viper back in the Druid's Grove.
Did I?
You saved the Asima Night Soul from her soul cage.
What if you just like read my mind? Like
Continued existence as yourself and not a mind flayer should be all the proof you need.
I don't.
Help me.
Okay. Ooh, I can detect thoughts, or I could try. What the hell? I don't have a bonus? Fuck, I'm gonna be fucked up, aren't I? Hell yeah! Woo! Success! Another scum save! Let's fucking go.
Despite your best attempts to be subtle, the Mind Flayer's awareness is everywhere.
Damn.
In its presence, like a warg pup learning to walk.
Well, that's kind of embarrassing. No!
Into your head.
Literally, he's like, you're fucking kidding me, right?
If you insist on taking
You're fucking... Wait, I'm kind of into him. Wait, I'm kind of into him.
Your colorful existence to date could have prepared you for this.
He's kind of funny. Oh my god.
As the horror subsides, you are left with only one coherent thought.
Oh, okay, good.
You must do whatever you can to subdue the Githyanki.
Okay, perfect. At least I know, though, you know? Happy? No, he's so... Oh my fucking god, he talks to me so casually. He talks to me so casually. I really, I kind of like him. Oh shit. Am I gonna die? Well, we have way too many enemies at the same time. Oh, shit. Oh no, not my brains. Ooh, I can call friends though, can't I? Can't I call friends? I can call friends. I'm pretty sure I can call friends. There's only 3 of you guys. Oh, there's 4 of you guys. Damn. You think my friends can join me in this brain? Just out of curiosity. What the? Who the fuck is that? Is that me? God damn it. Okay, okay. Okay, hold on. I have a little call friends thing, no? Can't I call my friends? That's not it. What happened to my friends? I have a call friends thing. Where are my friends? Do I not have friends? I thought I had a call friends. I swear to God there was a call friends thing, that's why. Fuck. Like if I used it, it would call people that would always help me. I'm pretty sure. I don't know where it is. Is it with somebody else? Hold on. I swear to God. Fuck. Wait, yeah. There it is. Cast spell. Can't I cast spell? Oh. Oh, it's one little dude. Okay, that's kind of adorable, but that's fine. That's kind of adorable. I didn't expect that to be here, but okay. Where the fuck are the rest of me's? Is everybody over here? What the fuck am I doing? I'm confused. That's dead. That's dead. These are, I think, dead. Who the fuck is it? They're dead. Where am I? What act are you in? I'm technically Act 3, I think. Like the beginning of Act 3. Okay. I go here, all right? And then, I fucking use a scroll because I can, motherfucker. Let's use this. Yeah. Pretty sure I can just... Target's too far. Okay, let's not use this. Okay. I think you're gonna like this act. I am also sure I'm gonna like this act because it's the last one. I'm pretty sure I'm going to like it because I don't really have to do anything else after this. Can move on to another game. I know who I am. What about this one? Nah. Who am I to... The fuck you mean? Not enough movement. God damn it. Can you do anything? Can you do anything? No, not that. How long are you gonna be streaming, Lil? Not much longer. Another like until 6 p.m. my time. Maybe I can cast this spell. Can I cast That's Not It? Ah! Wait, can I? It's a bonus action. Did I already use my bonus action? Yes or no? Nope. I cannot. I cannot! What the fuck? Why is that an invalid target? Hold on. There's gotta be something I can do. There's gotta be something good I can do. Because I'm fucking confused here. Why is this not doing the best, huh? Cast spell? Question mark? Oh, thank God. Oh, thank God. Oh, they are... Wow, they're strong. Does it heal people too? Does it heal my friends or... I'm gonna heal myself, bro. Nice. I did bare minimum, but I'll take it, I suppose. Okay, end turn.
Destroy the honor guard.
You are the emperor. Can you not do more? Whoa. What the fuck? I'm still over there? No fucking wonder. No fucking wonder. Okay. Let's do this. Can I get here? Are you joking? Are you kidding me? Are you joking? I can't even see anything, my dude. Am I about to fucking Misty step this shit? Hello? Am I gonna use my... Oh, god damn. Well, I can't even cast it. I can't see shit! Can I dash? Can I dash? Can I suppose I can. A little bit. I can do so little. So little. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Let's jump. Damn, you can jump pretty fucking far. What the fuck, my lady? Holy. And can you dash again? My lady! Wow, my lady can go. I like her. I like her a lot. Dude, why does it have to be like this every time? Ah, my dude, it's okay. Yeah, dude. Bro, for real. She was going for it. Okay, and then a good dash? Question mark? A good dash. Not bad. All right, everybody's here now. Good luck. Hopefully I don't immediately... Hey, yo! I can control the...
I'm Steve.
No, you're not. Synaptic discharge or devour intellect. Wait a minute. Are they against... Resisted against psych... Oh, fuck. They are again. They are literally... Shit. They're literally resistant. I suppose I'll just have to try and kill him like this. A miss. Lovely. Nar, don't die, my dude. I'm just gonna dismiss you. It's okay, honey. You don't do very much, and yeah, dismiss you, honey. Oh, did I bug out? Did that bug out? I think that... Lily, do you remember the lady who married herself last year? She also divorced herself due to boredom and desire for change? No, I do not know. But good for her, figuring out what she wants. And... Aw, man, she got saved. What she wants in her life, you know? What the fuck is happening, my dude? Am I dying? I think I'm dying. Is that enough? What the hell am I... Why didn't I get to go? I'm confused. Huh? Why didn't Lily get to go? What the fuck? That's fucked up. Why didn't Lily get to go? I'm more shocked that people are able to marry themselves, honestly. Why not? You know? Think about it. I also have Contrast? I don't know who that is, but that's okay. Okay, wait. Can I use this on this person? Not enough movement. All right. Let's cast a spell. Let's fuck it up. Wait, hold on. I don't think it's gonna fuck up that much, to be honest, but let's just do it. Let's just go. Let's just go. We'll figure it out. Nah, not yet. Acid splash. That's just guidance. Any fun spells for me to do? No. Yeah. I think we're just going to have to... No, I just feel like there's something better. Let's do a guiding bolt on you, actually. Yeah. Let's see. Not bad. Not the worst. Not the best, but not the worst. Oh, are you Will? Your Will. Okay. Karlach, I know exactly what you can do, so let's not play around, all right, honey? Woo! God, that's my girl. Fuck. That's okay. I still love you. Hell yeah, you're bear hearting. Yeah, let's fuck it up. Only 9. That's actually quite surprising. Maybe I should have had a different spell slot for you, but that's okay. Can you drink? You can. Let's drink! I should have had Karlach drink. I'm gonna die, aren't I? Oh, please, Karlach, do not die. What the hell? What the hell? Ah, fuck. Dude, how many do you get? That's so not fair.
I need your help.
I know you do, honey. I do. Oh my god, she's dead. Oh my fucking god, she's fucking dead. Hi, Melody. Thank you. We are low-key struggling in this battle. Wait, hold on. I need to know. Oh, thank god, I still have one left. Alrighty, who are you? Who are you? Are you Karlach? Oh, you are Karlach. I feel like I need to get you first. How are you, Melanie? And then I feel like I need to like scroll of I can't cast that. I can. I could probably throw that at you. Can't throw that at you. Sick. Love that for me. Bum 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 bum. Can I? Oh, ho, ho, I can disengage. Disengage. What the hell? All right. Feeling like I wish I was a ninja. Oh. No, I get that. It's definitely a lot of things to do. I feel like you just need to heal everybody, buddy. Oh, you cannot use healing again? Oh. Can you cast us? No. Oh, well, let's shield, hopefully. Oh, you can! What the fuck? Bro, I'm losing it. Okay, let's cast a Misty Step. So you're just not in... You can't cast. You're literally dying. Please jump elsewhere. Oh my god, no, you're going to die. You are going to die. Fuck me. Alrighty. We need a kill. We need to kill some bitches, bro. Jesus. Is this my friend? This is not my friend, I don't think. This isn't my friend, I don't... Wait, who's this? That person, and then that person. Oh, well, can I use something to push them out of the way? Can I like do that? Damn. Hey, that did a lot, low-key. That's cantrips. Nice. Nice. I'm learning. Nah, that provokes opportunity, so I'm good. Nah, this is gonna die again, huh? Am I gonna die again, or? I'm gonna die again. Why can you do so much? How come you have so much bonus? But yeah, Melody, I totally feel you. It's a lot. I have a lot of work also in my to-do list, and I fucking hate it. Wow. Shit. Anyways, I'm gonna take this opportunity to go pee real quick. Be right back. Okay, I'm back.
Despite your best attempts to be subtle, the mind nothing.
Happy? Now, together, we can
Okay. Alrighty. Let's give this. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Let's give this another try. Let's give this another try. I wanna hopefully be able to finish this battle before I have to go. So, dude, honestly, I hate that girl the most. I think I'm gonna like focus her. You're still one of the fastest pisters I know. Yeah, that bitch comes out like a really good stream, you know what I mean? That bitch just, you know?
destroy the honor guard.
All right, all right. Can I? Not enough movement. Okay. What can I do? A dash takes a whole action, so I don't want to do that. You know what? I will do this actually though. We have a couple of shoot. Okay, sick. Fuck, are you serious? Can I do that? Can I like shoot here? Very little, but I'll take it. Not enough movement. Interesting. Let's see. Can I... Oh, wait. She can't. Can she throw? Weird question, but actually super true. Super... I can. Oh, she can. Fire. I mean, not the best. Like, I would hope that they did more, honestly, but I will take what I can get. Just a flash flood, casually.
Yuppers Poppers is now boarding. Welcome to Label Air. Hope you have a safe and enjoyable flight.
Okay, here you are. Here you are. Let's see if you... I want to utilize... You kind of... Well, I'm not even gonna lie. Can you Misty Step, actually? Oh, no, you can't. Unfortunate. I don't even know how far you can do literally anything. I don't want you to waste it, though. You know what I mean? Nar. Like, it's literally just right here that you can do stuff. I can only assume maybe something good then. Ugh. Yeah. Yeah. Fuck. Okay, let's just dash. Let's just dash. You'll be fine. We will try our best. Cool. Sick. I definitely want to cast Fireball on you. You guys suck. You mean the fuck you mean not enough movement? Okay, sick. Oh, that's crazy. That's crazy sauce. Yeah, let's do that. I don't really want to use my Misty Step or anything yet. The fuck you mean can't reach destination? Fuck you. Okay. Okay, not enough movement. Let's see. Can you, like, do that or no? Oh, it's just around her, though, huh? Wait a minute. Can't I cast spell? I can. But that's like the only thing she can do, I bet, huh? Fuck. You'd have to touch it. You'd have to touch the creature, I think. Shit. I just don't feel like these are the best options right now, honestly. Yeah. 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 I don't know. I feel like she can do something. I just have no idea what it is. Like, I feel like I should utilize this, even if... Fuck, am I gonna use Misty Step on... Oh, she can't cast spell. What the fuck? Am I wild? Am I dumb? I'll just use Spirit Guardians now, honestly. Yeah. 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 Hold person. What the heck? Yeah, you guys are stunned. Oh, thank God. Whoa! Hey, listen, buddy. Listen. We can talk about this, okay? Come on. Dominated. Oh, it's almost like you're helping me. Thank you. What if you just kill this guy? Can't you just kill? I mean, it's probably really hard to just kill this guy. I don't know where, but who's this? Oh, that's Karlach. Fuck. I should kill you first. I should do that. How much does this do? Possibly 36? What's the difference between this and the... Oh, shit. Oh, well, that's a fireball. Fuck. Well. What if I just do that? What the hell? God damn it. All right, well, that didn't necessarily help the most, but that's okay. I'm going to use spell slot restoration because I can. Okay. Big brain, big brain. I have such big brain, honestly. This is a lot work, but I have big brain, so it okay.
Let's go.
I fucking need to kill them so bad. Honestly. I want to kill this dude, but I want to kill these two dudes much, much more. Water? That's water? No, that's fire. The hell are you talking about? Water. Okay. Wow, that only hit that one. That sucks. I wish I could go back to literally just that moment, because that sucked. Can I help Karlach or no? I cannot help Karlach. Unfortunate. I can heal Karlach. Let's heal Karlach. Let's heal Karlach. No. Let's heal Will now. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, we're probably gonna die. Time for death. Ooh. Oh, gosh. Oh, good stretch. Oh, good stretch. Ha. Fall in love? Fall in love? Oh, fall in love. Bitch, I hate you so bad. Holy fuck. Dude, I need to do something about this bitch first, because she has way too many things. You know what I mean? Like, they all have too many freaking... This is hard, bro. Oh my god. Wow. Can you do more and more, please? Like, honestly? Oh, thank God, honestly. Because I'm like, why do you suck, my dude? Okay, let's do this. Let's... Fuck, what is the likelihood of them dying here now, right now, though? Oh, I wanna... Where is it? Is it just them? Here, and here? Shit! What if I do this? Okay. Okay, that took out somebody, thank God. Oh, thank God that took out somebody. Okay. And then we'll just... Wait, hold on. Can't I just go here right now? Yeah, I can. I don't even need to use Misty Step. I'm saving that bitch. Okay, cool. 23, 33. You have so little health, my dude. I don't even know what to tell you. How much is it actually gonna work on you, though? I really want to know. Are you gonna get hurt from the fireball? I feel like you are.
Time's running out.
Okay. That definitely hurt you. I am a dumbass. That's okay. It's time for death. Are we gonna get lucky? We might just get lucky. Oh, we are not going to get lucky, my dude. We are not gonna get lucky at all. I do not think we're gonna get lucky. I don't know what the hell that does, though, for real. We're not gonna get lucky at all. We're not getting lucky. Fuck! Fuck! Again! Again! Shit! That did better. We did better that time, but fuck! Ah! Again. I have 15 minutes before I have to go. And we're gonna fucking finish this in 15 minutes, okay? Or my name isn't Lilybell. It's not. I think. I don't know. Okay. Let's go. Continue.
Best attempt.
Together.
You know what the sucky part is? Actually, let me load one more. Let me load it from here. Because I feel like if I didn't lose basically a whole turn just from having to jump, it wouldn't be that bad.
It's not over. Come to the skull.
You know what I mean? Everybody jumped, right? Everybody jumped? Perfect. Or everybody's hiding? Perfect. Shit. Nope. Hold on. Let's not go all the way. Okay, hold on. I'm reloading it right here. Do you know what I mean? I just feel like it's just not really great. If I, like, at least let's make them a little closer. You know what I'm saying? Just a little bit, just a little closer. Just a little bit.
How much farther can I go?
Where the hell is your fourth? Oh, they're coming? Okay. Like, if I go... Not enough space. Like, if I go here... Will I also have to converse? No, see? Hey, let that bitch go. Oh, yeah. See? See? Is everybody fucking still hiding, bro? I thought everybody was supposed to still be hiding. On my way. Okay, look. Now I don't have to basically skip a whole turn, okay? Alright, I'll help you.
The honor god, destroy the god. I will subject together.
I believe you. All right, let me just resave this because of the pause up. Now I have just a little bit more instead of having to jump and wait. Because it was close, bro. It was good. I got this. It's okay. My friends can wait for me for 5 to 10 minutes. It's fine. Can y'all do... Where the fuck are y'all? Hello? Oh, you're over there. Damn. Oh, yeah? You wanna be like that? On who? Me? Bitch? Who the fuck? Okay, let's do this. Ooh, how far can you go? Yum. Oh, I want to kill her first, though. Let's be real. Wait, no, we're just gonna cast. We're gonna cast a shit ton of fucking spells, okay? Because we need to. It's okay. That brain ain't gonna do shit for us. Saved? Are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? I just killed my own brain and said? I hate myself. I hate this. I hate this. I hate this. Alrighty. Well. Well. Can you just... That does so little that I just want to restart. That was honestly a waste of my spells. I don't care. We will... Fuck, we're not gonna be able to fucking finish this battle before we go. I'm gonna cry. Holy shit. Oh my god. Fuck! Okay. This will be the last try. This will be the last try. I promise. My friends, they can wait a little bit, right? Okay, cool. God damn it. God damn it. God damn it. God damn it. Can I like skip through how... Why isn't this... Can I make this faster? Can they go faster? Can I just make... Bro, I'm busy. I'm fucking busy. Don't talk to me like that. Okay. Well... Let's coat. Can we coat our weapons and shit? These are elixirs. We have shit to coat our weapon in, right? Coat weapon. Perfect. Let's coat that bitch, and then let's kill her. Critical motherfucking hit. I say, literally. Okay, that's fine. Let's see. Kinda sucks I don't have this. What is this? Oh, okay. Oh, what am I doing? Hello? There we go. It's 45, 55. What about you? How are you doing? I'm gonna go with you first. A miss. Whole miss. Love that for me. Oh, I should have just... God damn it. I should have just at least drank. They're stunned! Yay! I love that they're stunned! I can go here, and then I can do this.
I'm doing
Are you
all
alive?
Right.
No, you're not.
Thank you for asking.
I didn't ask. Who the fuck asked? Who the fuck asked you? Huh? I'm just kidding. Okay. She has the same thing, doesn't she? Oh no, she can't use it. I'm gonna heal you. You did? I didn't ask you. Sure, I'll just use it. Why not? stunned. Yay. Bro, what the fuck? Bro, what the fuck? I'm held. Yeah. Okay. She's just so good right there. I'm gonna keep her right there. They're stunned, I think, so. Why did it skip over me? Oh, hold person. That's why they were hold personed. Ah. When does that go over? When is that over? That's totally fine. I feel like this works. There we go. Come on. You guys gotta be. Y'all are gotta be, Ooh, you need a drink. You need a drink, my dude. Okay. Well. I need to touch Will. Casually. And then I need to heal Karlach casually. Awesome. Okay. I can take it. I can take it. I can take it. We gotta do this. We gotta fucking do this. Are they not dominated anymore? Hello? Ah, shit. Fuck. Come on. We can take it. Ah, shit, Will. Are you fucking kidding me? Well, at least I'm not... Am I still a hold person? Are they still gonna hurt me or what? Okay, hold on. Let's not be hasty. Okay? Just kidding. I'm gonna fucking kill you. Yes! Also, I'm going to drink. They totally skip me continuously. When does that end? Seriously. A miss? Are you not like a god, Emperor? Are you fucking kidding me? You come into my dreams, but you miss that? I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna fucking kill you. 29, 19. I feel like it's more important for me to heal everyone, actually. And then... You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Can I heal you? Oh, I definitely can heal you. Fuck me. Shit. Alright, well, you're dead. That's okay. Karlach is... Oh, fuck me. Well, that's just not fair. That's just not fucking fair. Oh my god. Oh my fucking god. Hold on, I need to make sure of this. I need to pick you up. Thank God. Can I throw anything at you? I can't, but I can drink. Holy shit. This is gonna be tough. Can I go yet? Hi, Graven. Hello, dear. I'm struggling. I'm not gonna lie. I am struggling for sure. I'm trying my best, Graven. Thank you. Okay. No way. No way. Oh my god, please. Oh my god, please. This is gonna be so tough. Holy shit. Oh my... Okay. Well, we tried. We tried. And now I have to go. Unfortunate. But next time for sure. Next time for sure. Okay, you guys. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Yeah. Wow, perfect timing, actually. Almost exactly 3 hours. I can't remember what I was supposed to do tonight. But if I find out I don't have anything to do, maybe we could do a thing tonight. Probably shouldn't. Probably I've got something. Well, actually, yeah, no. I need to clean my room. Okay. Oh, yeah, that's what I have to do. We have to do that. Actually, maybe we do that. Maybe I clean my room and then we do that. So, my name is Lilybell. I love to travel, but I suck at geography. Let's see. Who can I send you guys to? Dum bum ba-dum bum. Oh, I know exactly who I'm sending you guys to. Okay. My name is Lilybell. I love to travel, but I suck at geography. I will see you guys tomorrow. We have plenty of collabs tomorrow. Thank you for flying with Lilybell Air. Bye-bye now.